Greg Walker, Neil Bradley. Welcome to the Valdor Beebe Show live out of Dallas, Texas. How are you today?
Very
Wonderful.
good. How are you?
I'm fine. We're going to talk about something I think is really important. Can high school students be ready for careers? Neil, I'm going to start with you. Why do employers say many students aren't workforce ready? And how does this partnership you're talking about, going to tell my audience about, how does this help?
Yeah, we recently surveyed hiring managers from across the country, all different industries, and we said, tell us about the people you're hiring. Are they ready to work? And what they overwhelmingly told us, 84% of them said that kids coming out of high school today didn't have some of the skills that are necessary for success. So we said, okay, well, what are those skills that they're missing? And it really was about critical thinking, problem solving, the ability to work together in a group, the ability to communicate, a basic understanding of how businesses operate, all the way down to personal finance. What happens when you get that first paycheck? How do you pay your bills and how do you save? Of course, we thought, you know what? We can actually teach kids these things. We can come up with a course that's designed around the skills you need to be successful in your first jobs. And that's exactly what we've done with the College Board and this new course called AP Business with Personal Finance.
I want my audience to know Neil Bradley. He's the Executive VP, Chief Policy Officer, and the head of Strategic Advocacy at the U.S. Chamber of Commerce. Okay, I'm going to come back to you, Neil, because I'm going to say if they're not ready, school is not teaching them, but that's another conversation. Greg, I'd like to know from you, what should parents know to better prepare their students for what comes next?
I would tell any parent the road to success is not linear. We often think about if you're on this track, you're going to be successful. If you're on that track, maybe you'll be okay, but not as successful. And what we're realizing is that college and career are blended. In order to be successful, you need to be prepared. AP Business with Personal Finance and AP Cybersecurity are doing just that, right? We're helping students to be ready for entry-level employment. And one of the things that you often see, right, one of the most sought after majors in college is business, but we don't offer a lot of that in our K-12 schools. So we're building these experiences to help students with how do you build a business plan? How do you understand entrepreneurship? How do you begin to look at when you communicate and you collaborate and do case studies to understand what is happening in business? How do we look at things in a real world perspective? And we're bringing all that together. So the design of these courses is designed to help students on that pathway. So again, going back to the parent, I would tell the parent, make sure your kid has the right experiences in high school, no matter what path they're choosing.
So you say you're going to connect these classroom learnings to real world jobs. Is that what you're telling parents and telling the listeners?
That is correct.
I want my audience to know that Greg Walker is the Senior VP and District Partnerships with College Board. Okay, Neil, I'm going back to you. You said you're going to give these high school students a real-world job, but you talked about business. Every child is not business material. Every child is not interested in business. What happens to those who they're good with their hands, but they're not good with business? Where do they fall through the cracks?
Well, no, they shouldn't fall through the cracks, and that's exactly what this course is designed to do. So, there are a lot of kids who are entrepreneurial. They want to start their own business, or, as you said, they're interested in becoming a skilled tradesperson. Maybe they want to go into plumbing, but their dream one day is to own their own business, own their own plumbing service. Well, right now, we may teach them about some of the skills about how to be an effective plumber, but we never teach them the basics about starting and running their own business. And so this course is designed to help students get that first start, whether that's going to work for someone else or starting their own business or inventing something new. Everyone needs a basic understanding of how business operates. That will make them more employable. That will make them a better employer one day. And ultimately, that's what creates the pathway to success.
Okay, Neil, I got to ask you one more time. Is this a step back into the past? These skills were taught in school at one time. You can tell how old I am because I know this. But they were taught in school one time.
I think we're meeting the modern workforce today, meeting the modern environment. And so I think there is a way to take what is necessary in the workforce today to introduce it into schools and make that match.
Okay, I agree with you. So thank you so much. Okay, I'm going to wrap up with you, Greg. What do you want my audience to know? Because they're kind of lost in this murky, especially when they're choosing. They say their kids are choosing classes for AP classes for high school. How do they know what to choose?
Yeah, I think, students need to follow their passion or interest, right? And they need to connect to what is going to give me the skills that are transferable. The jobs that exist today, 5 years from now, they're going to be different, right? We know that the world is evolving quickly. And so students need to look at what is going to help me get the knowledge and skills to be the most successful in whatever path I choose. And so when we look at these courses that we're talking about today that are in partnership with business industry through the U.S. Chamber of Commerce, we're really thinking about those skills that are transferable. A lot of people would think, where I'm working today is not where I thought I would be. And we don't want students to limit themselves in their possibilities. So I would tell students, think about what is going to set you up to be successful no matter what path you choose. And we believe this partnership in these courses will set students up for success, whether they're choosing to go to college, whether they're choosing to go directly into the workforce. That is going to help them in the long run.
I applaud both of you guys. You have a great mission and you have a big mountain to climb. Online, where can my parents get more information?
Yeah, well, I would say parents or anyone that wants information, cb.org/career ready or uschamber.com to get information. And I would encourage anyone that's interested in having this come to your school, whether you're a student, a parent, or an educator, all you have to do is take the steps to move it forward. And we will train your teachers and get you prepared to offer these courses next year.
Neil and Greg, I really appreciate you guys taking my questions off the cuff and scripted questions because I'm trying to make a difference with what you guys know. So thanks for being my guest on the Valder Beebe Show.
Thank you
Thanks
so much
for having us.
Hi, I'm Valder Beebe, host of The Valder Beebe Show. We have over 1,000 videos on ValderBeebeShow.com and YouTube.com/ValderBeebeShow. We upload new videos daily. Our site is a modern baby boomer platform with news and information important to boomers. Subscribe to YouTube.com/ValderBeebeShow and stay connected as I interview the world's most fascinating people.